the GJ site. That'll be next month. We'll do a site visit at the end of this month.
Okay. Can we request a site visit when it's not raining?
No, I'm going to actually look at the calendar and see when it is raining and cold, so we have to go.
We've got a pretty bad track record on that.
We have. I know it's crazy. All right. Well, it is 7:00 right on the dot, and this is the June 2nd, 2021 meeting of the Revere Conservation Commission. If we all could first process stand and salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic
which it
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. All right, so we'll do a roll call. Commissioner Heather Leger.
Here.
Commissioner David Etoff.
Here.
Commissioner Joe Laval. I know he's here.
You got to unmute.
Unmute yourself, Joe.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. All right, Commissioner Ann Raponi is absent. Commissioner Deborah McCatton, I didn't see her sign in. She's absent for the time being. Toby Cassidy is absent, and I'm Chairman Nick Molason. Do I have approval of the minutes for the meeting from May 5th, 2021?
I'll make that motion.
A motion approved.
I'll second.
Seconded by Heather. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, so the first item is for 22 Henry Street, Dawn Ferdinand. She's installing an in-ground pool. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Heather Leger, seconded by David Etoff. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Dawn, I know you're here. Just name and address for the record, please. Deborah McCadden is here as well. Dawn, are you there?
Yep. Dawn Ferdinand, 22 Henry Street, Revere, Mass.
All right, so basically just give us, I know we were there Saturday, but just for the record and the public, just tell us what you're doing, please.
Well, I just want to replace my above-ground pool with an in-ground pool.
Okay.
Same
All right.
size, everything's the same, just going in the ground.
Okay, and I know you had to upload some stuff to DEP. Once that gets uploaded, which I'm sure it will today or tomorrow, I will get you the permit. We just need that number from them.
I believe Alice took care of it today.
Yep.
I can shoot you over her email.
Perfect. Yeah, if you can, just shoot me your email so I know it's being taken care of.
Yep.
But do I have anyone else that wants to speak in favor of this project? All right, no one has raised their hand, so we're going to close up that side of the hearing. Anybody opposed to this project? Any of the commissioners have any questions for her? No, I know we were there Saturday. It's pretty cut and dry, and pretty simple. So do I have a motion to approve the order of conditions?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Heather, seconded by Joe Laval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, and then just a motion to close out the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dave, seconded by?
I'll second.
Seconded by Heather. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Dawn, so once I get that number from DEP, I'll get you the copy of the original permit, the original order of conditions, and it'll be all set.
Excellent. Thank you all very much.
No problem.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The next item is 75 Tapley Ave, construction of a two-family duplex. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by David Etoff, seconded by Joe Laval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, I know Paul is here. Paul, name and address for the record, please.
My name is Paul Finocchio, PGF and Associates, 4 Highland Ave, Wakefield, Mass.
Okay. And if you can just tell us what we're doing.
Yes,
Paul.
good evening. Doing some work for Steve Chimbelli, who is the owner of the property, which is located at 75 Tapley Ave. This is a vacant lot consisting of 8,000 square feet. A portion of the property is located within the 100-year floodplain, which is elevation 11, according to the FEMA FIR maps. What we are proposing to do is construct a two-family dwelling sitting on the lot approximately 24 feet from the street and roughly 14 feet from the sideline. The finished floor elevation of the house will be set at elevation 13, which will be 2 feet above flood. There will be smart vents installed in the foundation, a total of 10, to allow for any stormwater events who want water to flow through the foundations. There'll be no increase in grading on the site. The driveways will be installed on either side of the house, will be pervious pavement or pavers, and utilities will come in from the street. And we are trying to save the 2 trees that are on the lot now. There's one in front on the left and another one in the rear, which we're trying to keep.
Okay. Any of the commissioners have any questions for Paul?
Yes, Paul.
Go ahead, Joe.
Can you hear me, Paul?
Yep.
Are the utilities coming up in construction in the middle, like that safe zone? In a cubicle in the middle of the house? Or are they going to be on the ground floor?
No, they're coming up. The water and sewer will be coming up through the middle of the house, so there can be a water box for them to come in with the entrances to the house. And the sewer will be coming up on the left-hand sides in the box areas.
Electric heat? Electric? All electric?
I believe it's going to be. I believe it's gas.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions from any other commissioners?
Just a clarification, the red house that was, I guess, east of the plot of land, is this the person who owns the plot that we're talking about also owning that red house, or is that a
No,
separate?
it's two separate owners.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions from the commissioners? Anybody here that wants to speak in favor of this project? All right, I don't see anyone's hand raised. We'll close out that side of the hearing. Anyone that wants to speak against this project, that's opposed to this project, please raise your hand. All right, hearing and seeing none. Do I have a motion to approve this order of conditions?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by David Etoff, seconded by,
Recording in progress.
who was the second? I'm sorry. Who made the second?
I will.
All right, Joe Laval, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, so Paul, I'll get you, I don't think a file number has been issued yet. Once
Not yet. No.
Yeah, once we get that issued, then I'll get you the original order of conditions.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, no problem, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good night.
You too. Do I just have a motion to close out that public hearing?
I'll make
I'll make a
to close.
motion.
Motion by Heather, seconded by Dave?
Yep.
All righty, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Okay. All right, next is 40 Arcadia Street, which we were there as well. We got Ed and Jennifer Almeida. As we know, they bought the piece of property, or in the process of buying the piece of property from Mass Electric / National Grid, and they want to do a little bit of work there. So do I have a motion to open this public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Second, made by David, seconded by Heather. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. All right, Ed, if you can just tell us briefly what I know we already know what's happening, but just for the public, we can know what you're going to be doing there.
We're in the process of finalizing the purchase of the property. We're looking to just get it clean, get it leveled out, and just have plant a lawn, maybe put in a few trees. As everyone knows, that the plot was pretty messed up for a very long time. So we're just looking to kind of beautify our area a little bit.
Okay. And I know in the plans you might, I know probably not right away, but at some point you want to put an above ground pool. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been a topic of discussion. We haven't made any definitive plans yet, but we want to make sure we're covering all of our bases.
Yeah.
We also are looking to put in a couple of patios, one in our immediate backyard and maybe one in the lot itself at some point. We would also like to pave our driveway with paving stones. Right now it's the pulverized gravel.
Yep. Yeah, okay. And as far as the patios in your yard and in this new land, are they going to be with patio, like paving stones or something, or blocks or something? What are you going to use?
It would either be patio stones or gravel. We're looking at both options.
Okay.
But we're not looking at doing anything with like concrete or.
Yeah, that's what I want to make sure of. That's all.
No, definitely. If anything, it would be patio stones, maybe a gravel patio.
Okay, perfect. All right, and I know unfortunately, your piece of property you're buying has been a topic of discussion the last few weeks of the city. And I know you took a bunch of stuff out last week. Have we taken the rest of the stuff out yet, or is it still in the works?
It's still in the works. There is a small amount of that pile that you all saw last weekend.
Yeah.
It was the underneath part, which was all.
The landscape you're working on now.
Oh, Jennifer said that the landscaper's over there now, cleaning up some of it. But what was left was all from that huge fire from last year.
Yeah, underneath everything.
So once he got down to that level, and he got all the tree matter out of there, there was still some, there were a couple of tires and other like actual trash items, which needs to be processed differently than organic material.
Yeah. Okay. Any of my commissioners have any questions for them? All right. Again, and I know that I've done what I can do to help you guys. I just want to make sure that definitely gets finished cleaning up, getting rid of the rest of that stuff. And I know we're still working on, you guys had uploaded some documents to the DEP before they issue the file number. So once we get that file number and I know everything's been cleaned up properly, then I'll give you the order of conditions. And
Don has a question, Nick.
Oh, I didn't even see his
Don.
name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Donnie.
Yeah, so this is Don Chermella, 215 Rice Avenue, the Chief of Infrastructure and Engineering for the City of Revere. So I was at that site last Thursday morning, and I was very upset to see that debris was moved on to the National Grid right-of-way. That National Grid right-of-way is actually a right-of-way that I use to maintain the sewer system that keeps our sewage running free. I have a 24-inch gravity main on that road, underneath that road, that runs in that road. So if I had a sewer block, that pile of debris that was in that right-of-way was in my way, and there was no way I was going to get by it. What's with the pile of debris now? And I don't understand why that pile of debris was actually even put there. But we're here tonight for an order of conditions for getting approval to work, but the work seems like it was already done. It was actually done, within over a week ago. So I'm just a little confused about how you approach this, and a little upset of why this work was done without prior approval.
Correct. And unfortunately, I was there. I got the 311 complaint about them doing work, and half of the work was pretty much already done. And I gave them a cease and desist to stop until I knew what was happening. And speaking with them and then speaking with their landscaper that was bringing the dirt, and I did not know that pile was on top of one of your mains, Donnie, so we apologize for that. But
no, Nick, it has nothing to do with, honestly, it's not your, you can't foresee these type of, this type of work.
Exactly.
Because you don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But this debris was placed on an area that wasn't their land, obviously wasn't their land, it wasn't even owned by them, on a right-of-way that was used by a utility company and used by the city of Revere to maintain the sewer system. So, I'm just a little confused of why they thought, why the landscaper thought that was a proper thing to do. Now, I've actually had my eye on this property for over a year now.
Yeah.
There's been a debris moved closer and closer to the right-of-way. I want to be assured that all the debris that came from that property is removed and disposed of properly, whether it be tires, whether it be timbers, whether it be whatever it is, brush. It all has to be clean and clear. And that right-of-way has to be maintained clear and clear, because the land that they're actually transferring is only the land that's immediately in back of the house, not the right-of-way.
Correct. Yeah, they're stopping right at kind of the fence line of everyone's property on Arcadia Street. So what I can tell you, and then I'll have them speak in a minute, is they're not going to get their order of conditions until it's clean. And plus they're waiting for a number from Mass DEP. So between me and you, we'll make sure it's definitely cleaned and everything taken care of and disposed of before they actually get the order of conditions. And Ned, I don't know why the landscaper decided to put it there, but was there a reason behind it why it got put there? Or?
Well, since we've lived at the property, there has been a pile of debris that has accumulated there. This lot has been a dumping ground for the last 6 years, with a variety of different types of trash being dropped there. The pre-existing pile of debris that was there, which is now at pretty much ground level, which is the last bits that need to be taken out now, actually created a very large fire last year. So whoever is in charge of either maintaining that right of way has either come in, cleaned it up, and just dumped the brush and everything there at the entranceway, or other people have come in and dumped their debris there. It created a large fire. So there was already a pile of debris, which, quite frankly, it didn't seem that either the city of Revere or National Grid was very interested in cleaning up. We've been the only ones in the last 6 years who have spent any money, time, or effort in cleaning that property up. So in finishing cleaning up the property, we moved all of the trash to one pile, which, you are correct, was on the right of way. However, we already had a dumpster lined up to come in, and we had guys lined up to come in to remove the trash and sort it. They came a couple of different times to take out the different materials, which included tires, propane tanks, 8 mattresses, 10 tires, 3 propane tanks, 2 sofas, a ton of construction material from new construction at 46 Arcadia Street, 42, and in addition to car parts, dead animals, and everything else. So, Don, we apologize for any inconvenience that it might have caused you, but as it stands right now, that, we were just putting all of the trash in one location so it could all be cleaned up at one time.
Yes, I'll give you that. I've noticed that property during the course of the demolition of the existing building that was, well, not the existing building, the former building that was there. I noticed that the pile of trash in the backyard got bigger and bigger, and we have ordinances against that. But that's the building department. That's that lot of land. I don't really get involved with the lots of land. I get involved with, unfortunately, the bigger stuff. The bigger stuff meaning the infrastructure, so that our sewer system can keep running, our water system can keep delivering water to your house, our drainage system can keep working to take stormwater away from the city streets. That's what I'm involved in. And so when I saw the pile of material, that kind of got relocated from the back of the yard to the easement, that's what kind of, was little troublesome for me, because that right away I depend on. You might not see it, you might be at work, but I travel that quite often. I travel that because there's a sewer main underneath that right of way, 24-inch, and there's manhole covers that I have to access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to jet and clean to make sure it keeps moving. The sewage keeps moving. So I understand that pile. I get it. I have to agree with you. It was on the back of that property. I was just a little disturbed to see how it just kind of, migrated out to the right of way. So that's my domain, is the right of way. So, but I do agree with you. That pile of debris has been kind of pushed around. Some of it, a lot of that backyard was kind of a mess. And you did clean it up. So that I give you credit for. A lot of money to get rid of that material.
Yeah.
It has been, yes.
And I just sent him a copy of the bill. That's why. And Donnie, that's only one bill he's gotten, and that was for last week.
No, I get it. But,
So yeah. And let's just, Ned, I would just say anything you're doing in the future, I know you're going to put a fence or something up at some point to block up your property. Let's just try not to block the right of way. I don't want Donnie to be stalled from anything.
We just want to, right now, we just want to finish cleaning up what's there on the right of way, even though it's not, what's left there is not ours. But we do want to clean it up because it is immediately behind our property.
Yep,
and,
The landscaping done not casa até a rua também, os lixos, todas as folhas grandes,
Oh.
ele limpar tudo.
Jennifer's saying too that she had asked our landscaper to clean up the right of way from behind our lot down to that access point at behind Santorini's,
Okay.
because it has become very overgrown and there is a lot of other trash items that a lot of the other neighbors on the street have been complaining about. They came to us and asked if
E porque o caminhão
if we could
passou
clean
e
it.
ficou muitas marcas no chão.
That would be above and beyond, but National Grid is responsible for cutting the vegetation back there. They're responsible for keeping that right of way clear, giving us unfettered access to our sewer main that runs underneath that. But I mean, if you were going to do that, that's fine. What we have a problem with, but I can't, catch it. I can't enforce it. People throwing branches over their fence. So just imagine you will put a new fence on your new property line once you take possession from National Grid. What people have a tendency to do is this, not in my backyard. They'll take, grass cuttings, trees, limbs, and they'll throw it over the fence thinking it's going to magically disappear. And it doesn't. It just becomes more of a hindrance for me and a nuisance. And so, that's what I deal with. But, I can't very well, stand there all night waiting for somebody to throw a bag of grass clippings over there. But, but it was obvious what the landscapers did. And I'm not accusing you. The landscapers should know better. The pile of material should have been, moved immediately. They know better to put it on a right of way. They know that that's a utility right of way. Everybody knows it.
So, Nick, what is the scope that we're voting on tonight? I know.
So basically what we're voting on tonight is they've pretty much already done the work. They took out all the debris out of their property they're buying. They filled it in with loam. They're going to seed it and grass it. And at some point, they're going to build some sort of a patio with patio stones or a crushed stone or whatever, which would be fine in the flood zone. We are voting on the fact that at some point they want to redo their driveway, which right now is a little tiny gravel. They want to put patio blocks out there like pavers. And at some point they may want to put a pool in their backyard, but an above ground pool, which technically wouldn't even be under our jurisdiction anyways because it's above ground.
But the driveway would be something that they would have to come back to us for, or no?
No, we're going to give them approval for the driveway now. So that way because this order of conditions will be good for 3 years. So they can do it all under this order of conditions.
Okay.
So they won't have to come back. So,
and we talked about the material, right? The permeable material in the driveway?
Yeah, they're going to use, and they know that, they're going to use paving stones or something that'll be a permeable material, correct?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Absolutely, yep. All right, and Donnie, and I know on another note, and there's been many conversations about it, I spoke with John Powers today, and he said, because I was with him there a few times last week, he wanted to try and put National Grid's feet to the fire to get, because behind every house, you can see it, exactly what you said. They throw branches over, grass clippings, one guy threw vinyl siding over the fence. It's crazy. So I don't know, somehow he wants to try and...
Yeah, I will put the pressure on. I'm having a hard time with National Grid. I seem to be having a hard time with National Grid cooperating. I have a hard time with DOT cooperating, state agency cooperating, cleaning their off ramps, cleaning their on ramps, cleaning their bridges, painting their bridges.
If it was up to you, every ditch and creek through the city would be clean already. I know that.
If I had the money, it would all be done. Yeah.
I know. So, yeah. And again, Ned and Jen, I know you guys know this. We'll wait for that DEP number. We will make sure everything gets cleaned up. I appreciate it. And like Donnie said, cleaning out to the access point is above and beyond. We appreciate it. We thank you guys very much. So again, I don't think there's anyone else that wants to speak. Is there any other hands raised? And Donnie, I'm sorry I missed your hand raised about that time, but
I'd like to say something really quick.
That's fine.
Absolutely, Heather. Go ahead. Absolutely.
From what I saw, it's just a huge difference from what it was before. These guys have made a good faith effort and spent a lot of money to clean up, their community. They're cleaning up the areas where otherwise there would be, rats and, whatever else kind of animals are back there. Like, I think that this is a good thing that they did, and shame on the landscapers for putting the extra material in the right of way, but they assured me that that was all going to be removed. But yeah, I appreciate what these guys have done, and this is what
Heather,
we want in this city.
Heather, unfortunately, that's contractors. Contractors, the homeowners can't be there overseeing them. And that's contractors kind of running amok. It's not the homeowners. I agree. It's the contractors. They know better, but they take liberties when they can.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I wanted to say, but I appreciate it.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
Any other commissioners have any questions or just anything they want to say? All right. So do I have a motion to approve the order of conditions?
With motion to approve.
Contingent upon they're going to finish cleaning up and we get the file number. So it was approved by David, seconded by Heather. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And
All
thank
right, so
you
Nadia,
guys.
thank you guys. Again, once I get the file number from DEP, I'll be able to give you the order of conditions. So it might take a couple days, might take a week, depending on the state. We know how they can be sometimes. So we'll get that taken care of. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Can I just have a motion to close out that public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Dave, seconded by
Second.
by Heather. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, next is 22 Whitten Ave, which is the GJ site construction of a multifamily building. We're gonna open the public hearing. I know we have a couple of people here from that's gonna speak for Redgate, and we're just basically what we're doing is we're gonna open the public hearing. They're not gonna make their presentation, but we're just gonna put it off till next month because they're waiting for some comments from Mass DEP. So do I at least have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motioned by Dave, seconded by Heather. All right, I don't know who wants to go first from Hancock and Associates. Who wants to go first? Kev?
Sure, I'll go. This is Katie Cruz from Hancock Associates. We wanted to request that the commission continue our presentation to your next meeting because we've been told by DEP that they haven't had a chance to review our notice of intent application yet. And because this is a site with a lot of different resource areas, we wanted to give them a chance to issue comments and give us a chance to respond to them before we present.
Perfect. All right, thank you, Katie. I know, Elizabeth, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, nothing really. We
All
just
right.
make sure that we're communicating with the EP before we're able to present.
Perfect. All right, and again, so we opened up the public hearing. Anybody that was here in favor or against knows that it'll be postponed until July 7th at 7 p.m. and we will actually be in person at that next meeting. We'll be back in City Council chambers for that meeting. So we will see you guys next month.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next is 90 Endicott Ave. Nicholas was here somewhere. Actually, wait a minute. Did I skip something? I did. Oh. I did. I skipped Temple because I know Joe Cotojo was here for that. So let's go back real quick. I'm sorry. So we got Temple at Douglas. Donnie Chamel, are you still on here? I know Mike Kessman is here.
I am.
All right.
I am here.
All right. So this is Temple at Douglas. This is a public hearing. Do I have a motion to open this public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Dave, seconded by? Seconded by Joe Laval. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so I don't know who wants to talk. If Donnie wants to talk first, and then Michael, or Michael and Donnie, I don't know who wants to go.
I'll go. So this is a reconstruction of an existing road, Temple that turns onto Hastings. This is a road that basically kind of connects. It connects. It's been there for years. Nothing new. The issue with this road is that it wasn't really constructed properly at the time. It wasn't really constructed to city standards, and it's also below the mean high tide level during certain tide events. And so what we're looking to do is raise the grade so it can maintain above the flooding waters during king tides and astronomical tide events. It's a road that's used by first response teams like the fire department and ambulances. It's connected to. It's near the East Boston Health Alliance building, and it's a road that's been there for years. It's just
it's been flooding for years.
It's been flooding for years, and we need to finally. The city of Revere finally needs to address the fact that it needs to be raised and it needs to be at a proper elevation with drainage underneath it, so any flood waters can come and go as it needs to over the road, but drain underneath it, but just not encompass the whole road so it's not passable. So we get calls. The road is flooded, and there's really no place for us to pump the water. The water is the level, and the road is the level. So we need to raise the level of the road, and as simple as that. And not expand the width of the road. Just basically use the same footprint that the road is at now. It's just raise the grade and construct the road to city standards.
Okay. I know we have Attorney Katojo here too that wants to speak. Go ahead, sir, please.
Yes, if I may.
Just name and address.
Yes, Joseph Katojo, absolutely. Joseph Katojo, 1 Sprague Street, Revere, Massachusetts. Attorney representing the Festa Family Trust, Festa Construction. And the reason why I'm speaking, first of all, thank you for the invite to speak tonight. But the reason why I'm speaking is because part of the road, as was just detailed, that was improperly constructed, crosses over onto my client's land. It's been that way for quite a while. It's our understanding that this reconstruction might, although it's been represented that it won't expand, might actually expand the area, a small portion, 3 to 4 feet. We thought that it would be the better solution to possibly donate the land that crosses over onto my client's land. The Festa family has a long history of donating land to the city, especially in that area. They've done so a number of times. I've been involved with a number of those donations. The only concern that we have is that the area is properly designated, properly mapped out. So we were hopeful that a survey could be conducted to show the exact area that the road or the proposed road crosses over onto my client's land. That plan be then converted to a subdivision plan where we might be able to donate, so that the area would be properly owned by the city of Revere and no longer cross over onto my client's land. We would just want to make sure that we have the right amount of area to convey and not an excessive amount.
Okay, which definitely understandable. That's definitely, and I know I talked to John about this, and it's great that he wants to donate that portion. He does a lot every year, and we appreciate it. I don't know if Michael, you have anything you want to add to this, Kessman?
Hi, I'm Michael Kessman. I'm the Infrastructure Program Manager for the City of Revere. I live in Wilmington, but I work at City Hall, 281 Broadway. I've had conversations with John and Donnie. I think everybody has good intentions here. I think it's the right thing to do to reconstruct the road. I think it's the right thing to do for John to donate the land. My job in this instance would be to kind of facilitate that. Based on all the conversations I've had with everybody, it sounds like the Festas are willing to donate the land, but they'd like to see the city prepare the plans and do the survey. So I'm willing and able to take the lead on that on the city's end. I just don't know exactly where it's going to be funded from, but overall, I think it's a very fair offer from the Festas. And I recommend we go forward with that.
All right, great. Any of my commissioners have any questions for either the city guys or for Attorney Katojo?
There's a residence right there on the corner that has a fairly large lawn. Is that the property that that the Festas are interested, or part of the property the Festas are interested in donating, or is that entirely on the marsh side that you're referring to?
It's entirely on the marsh side.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Joe. Joe Katojo.
No, that's all right.
No, you can take the floor.
Yeah, the portion of the land that the Festa zone does not have a structure on it. It is not that land. It's just above that area, and it looks to be a small portion of the curve that connects onto one of the street on the left. I don't know if it's Temple or Hastings, but it's that curve area.
It's completely on the Marsh side, right, Joe? It's not on the
yes.
Side. Okay.
That's correct. Yes.
So I guess that goes to my next question: is there any concern that elevating the road at that point could push water back into some of the residence areas? I know Don mentioned having the drainage underneath the road, and maybe that would address that. But if someone could speak to that.
I can speak to that. I forget the name of the property owner. I apologize, but that side, the south side of the road, is elevated higher than the road. So if we raise the road, we'll actually be grading into that hill. So any water that originates on that grassed area will flow overland, over the grass, over the road, into the marsh.
Okay.
And to speak to the widening of the road, in the process of raising the road, we'll have to kind of blend into the marsh so that it's not an abrupt vertical drop. I think we're talking about raising it maybe 4 inches or so is what we've discussed. And then that grade change, we'll have to treat the slope with riprap or some other means to keep the erosion at bay. So that's where the road will be expanding a little bit beyond its current footprint. So the asphalt itself will remain in the same place, but beyond the asphalt on the north side, we'll install some riprap or something like that to stabilize that edge and prevent future erosion. And that's where it might get a little bit wider, where it's encroaching slightly more onto the land that the Festa zone. But in terms of the land on the south side, the grades work out real nice that the water will just slope towards the marsh. And we shouldn't create any puddling or anything like that on that property.
Okay, and you guys feel that 4 inches is going to be sufficient, and also sort of account for further sea level rise in the future?
Considering further sea level rise and everything, I mean, we might want to go a little bit higher than 4. At this point, we're kind of in discussion here. We want to go to the Conservation Commission, get your good graces to reconstruct the road where it is, deal with the property issue on the Festa side, and then Donnie and I can kind of go back to the drawing table a little bit more, figure out exactly what we're going to do, exactly how we're going to do it. And then if necessary, we have to come back and present to you guys again.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I kind of think where Attorney Catoggio asked for, where we want to get it surveyed and that land needs to be taken care of, maybe we should continue the public hearing until next month, where it's not like we're planning on doing this work tomorrow. It's something that it's going to take some time anyways, and it's been so long. So why don't we maybe continue the public hearing until next month and see what you guys come up with, and see what we can discuss amongst ourselves about who's going to pay for the survey, how it's going to be funded, all that stuff, and then we can make sure the Festa family is done their due diligence is done as far as they donate the portion that we need. I think that would probably be the best bet. I don't know what my other commissioners think. What do you guys think?
I'm curious, how much land are we talking? Like, do you have it measured in square footage? Just
I think when you look at the maps now, it's only like 3 by, 10 feet or 15 feet or something. I think, Joe, if I remember, I forget exactly what it is. That's why they want to have the land surveyed, to make sure that any property that they're going to encroach on that belongs to the Festa family will just donate back to us, back to the city.
I did some initial plan work based on the city GIS and the information we have available. It's kind of an odd crescent shape, Heather, and I have it at approximately 900 square feet, maybe 1,000 square feet total.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not talking about a significant portion of land. I think the lot is somewhere 200,000 square feet plus.
Okay.
So it's fairly insignificant in terms of the overall lot, but it means a lot for the road.
Yeah.
I was just curious how much it was.
Sure, and there's a little bit of history. There was another portion, which I believe the city actually purchased back in 2007 or 2009. So this is kind of, say, phase 2. It's taken a long time, but the city's been trying to take ownership of this property and do the right thing. So we're absolutely trying to do the right thing for the residents and the road and the city and everything like that.
All right, so why don't we keep this public hearing open until we finalize exactly what we're gonna do, how high we're gonna come up, how much property is gonna be taken, we're gonna use that's gonna be donated back to us. I think that's our best bet. Instead of finalizing it, giving you an order of conditions, then you're gonna go back for changes. It's gonna take a couple of months probably anyway, so we can have a couple of continuances.
Is the Conservation Commission going to want to know exactly how high we're planning on raising the road? And
I'm gonna want to know exactly how high we need to come up, Mike, yeah.
Okay, so once we have the existing condition survey, then we can look at things in a little more detail.
Yeah, and it might take a month or two to get that done. That's why I think we should just postpone it.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yep.
Very good.
Anything else, attorney, you'd like to add? Are you happy with that? We okay?
No, very. In order to do a proper recordable deed at the registry, we will need a specific meets and bounds on a subdivision plan, and it sounds like that's what's needed in order to obtain that. And I agree that the continuance is in order.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, so we will see you guys next month. See what we can figure out. Michael, I'll talk to you in the meantime, you and Donnie.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Nicholas, I'm sorry, buddy. We're here. We're back to you now. So 90 Endicott Ave. Do I have so this is a continued public hearing, so we don't need to open it again. So we were there Saturday. We've seen what it is. His property is actually lower than everybody else's. So, and he plans on, he's going to put that drain at the bottom where the pitch actually comes to flat. So I'm happy with that. I don't know if any of my commissioners have any other questions for him since Saturday.
No, I was happy. I was happy with the work you're doing and plan to do.
Yeah. All right. So I know Nick.
One thing.
Yeah,
sorry. Did you decide for sure if you're going to dig that trench that Nick was talking about?
Yeah, we are.
He is going to dig it. They're going to put like a French drain.
Yeah.
So the driveway pitches where it meets the flat surface, they're going to put like a drain in there so it'll catch most of the water before it even gets there.
No, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. All right. So I know this is another one that Nick is still, we got to get some plans to DEP before they issue a file number. And once they do, we'll get you the order of conditions. All set.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve this for him?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Seconded by Joe. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to close out the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Seconded?
I'll second.
Seconded by Dave. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll give you a call tomorrow, Nick. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have just a couple of correspondence. I'm sure you've seen 571 sent in their monitoring report, as like they do every month. Keolis also sent us a plan. They do their vegetation every year around the commuter rail tracks, something that they do every year. But now we're going to talk about in-person meetings. Ashley said we can start next month. I don't know how everybody feels. City Council Chambers has plastic in between everybody. They got the barriers and everything is still up and they're staying up, I believe. But I'm in favor of going back to City Council Chambers. I don't know how everyone else feels.
Well, as long as the one between Joe and me is opaque, I'd be happy.
You want me to put like a cinder block in between you guys? Yeah, so and I'm going to talk to Ian and Toby is for it. I talked to Toby about it. He's all for it. He wants to get back in. So I think Ian will be the only one. And I think she wants to get out of the house, even if it's that once a month. So everyone's good with going back to in-person.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everyone's in this group's vaccinated at this point. So.
Exactly. All right, guys. So that is it for tonight. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded by Heather.
Hey, let's hear Deb's voice. Deb, say something.
Deb, you're going to say something.
You got to unmute, buddy.
Let me see. Ask to unmute. Let's see if I can click it.
Still not in. There you go.
Here now?
You sure are. Yay, there's a great voice.
I've actually seconded several times, and I'm like, okay, well.
Because you're muted. Sorry.
I do a lot of things in my own head as well sometimes.
All right, guys.
Guys, have a great weekend.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you guys.
Hopefully it's nicer than the last one.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good
Can
night.
you hear me?
Bye.